is in session. Everyone hush.
Shh. Today, the court proceedings will be undertaken by me, Judge Ruth Slater Ginsburg. And today I will be accompanied by...
Judgmental. I'm judgmental.
And today, boy, are we going to judge you. I asked you guys via my Instagram if you've ever been in a situation that made you question, am I the asshole? Once we've heard your stories, we're gonna tell you guys whether you are guilty or not guilty.
Asshole or not asshole? I've never done one of these before. This is gonna be fun.
All of these were anonymously sent in by you guys, except one. One of them was sent in by a friend.
Oh, okay.
Non-anonymously.
So we'll have a name and a face to one of them.
So I figured that's where we should start. This first one was sent in by none other than the Alana Wonders.
Ah, interesting. I'm curious to hear what kind of predicaments Alana Wonders has found herself into.
Oh, trust me, she has found herself in quite the predicament, worthy of judgment. Alana said, am I the asshole? I named my cat.
Guilty, yes. Oh, wait. I thought that was it. Okay.
Am I the asshole? I named my cat the name that my best friend told me she was going to name her child that she was pregnant with. I forgot that she told me.
What the f***? What did she name her cat? Like fucking Lisa or something?
I think she told me. Let me see. She said, in her defense, she called the cat Storm and she thought she was copying Kylie Jenner, who also called her baby Stormy. Storm.
Oh.
Stormy baby. Stormy kitty.
Interesting. So her friends naming their kid Storm.
Yeah. Yeah. Storm or Stormy was what her best friend of 17 years was planning on calling her kid. Alana saw a cat and went, yeah, I'ma yoink that.
What? This is kind of weird. It's kind of a weird thing to do.
It is. Admittedly, Alana, that's a weird thing to do.
Do you imagine your friends like, oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm gonna have this baby. I'm gonna name him Michael. And then you get a cat and you're like,
It's giving Michael.
That's just strange. I don't know if you're an asshole, but you're definitely weird.
Yeah, you're definitely weird for that, Alana.
Definitely weird, a little bit weird for that one.
Unlike most other Am I the Assholes, we actually get to have the update.
Oh, okay, interesting.
They were friends for 17 years. They're no longer friends.
Probably because she named her cat after her unborn child.
Yeah.
Do we know if it was because of that?
You know, like it was definitely a contributing factor.
Like if I was having a kid, like I'm pregnant and I'm gonna have when I get pregnant and have a kid. If like my best friend Jacob or something like named his next cat after the kid, actually it'd be kind of funny.
It would be funny.
That'd actually be kind of funny
if they named it after the kid or it was a nickname. You know, like if you had your kid first and you're like, yeah, my child's name is Annabelle. Ham sandwich.
Yeah.
And you're like,
yeah, same thing.
I know you looked at your beautiful child sent from the heavens, looked down at its face, you went, oh, it's giving baby ham sandwich.
Ham sandwich,
But
yeah.
I looked at my cat and I thought the exact same thing.
I mean, I don't know if listen, it doesn't make you an asshole.
No, I don't know if it makes you an asshole, but it does make you weird. You are weird for that, Alana.
But you're weird for that. All right, you're not an asshole, but you're weird for that.
Alana, we are sentencing you to weird.
To weird for that. Alana, that's penalty.
Oh, Alana.
That's penalty.
Excuse me, judgmental? Yeah, it's time for the next,
Okay, yeah. No, I was
time
just
for the
waiting
next
for you.
sentence. This is our first one sent in anonymously by a viewer, and might I say, this is quite the one to begin on. Am I the asshole? My wife is fucking my best friend, and she doesn't know that I know. I work full time, and I spend more hours a day with our son. This has been going on now for almost a year. Am I the asshole for asking for a divorce and custody of my son?
No.
No, I don't think so.
The f
No, I don't think so at all. Well, not full custody.
Yeah, but I don't know about full custody unless there's more here that we don't know about.
I agree.
Because cheating doesn't make you an unfit parent.
Are you an asshole for divorcing your wife? No, I would recommend that you do that.
Yeah, a year's kind of crazy, but...
Yeah, you probably should have done it a little bit sooner, actually. Your soon-to-be ex-wife is definitely the asshole there.
Yeah.
However...
But if you took this situation as like a reason to limit, I guess, her presence in your kid's life...
Then yeah, I would think that you were being a bit of an asshole.
That's not doing any favors for the kid.
Yeah.
At all.
I agree. I think you would be an asshole if you took full custody, but I don't think you're an asshole for taking primary custody.
Agreed.
I'm sorry that you're having to go through that, by the way. That's really sucks, and you should probably see a judge and then also a therapist.
If you're the best friend or the wife, just know I'm sending bad vibes your way psychically tonight. I'm gonna pray to a little totem that you get nightmares and sending bad vibes your way.
I'm also
I'm magic,
sending
you know?
really bad vibes. I was looking for a totem, but all I have is this. We have cursed this totem, and we will throw it at your ex-wife and friend.
All right, so what is the verdict?
Not guilty.
Not guilty. Wheel the next one in!
This one is descriptive, so lock in. Am I the asshole? My graduation day was supposed to be my moment. After months of hard work and dedication, I finally walked across the stage with a diploma in my hand. As a plus-size girl who rarely dresses up, I found a tasteful dress that made me feel beautiful and confident for once. There was only one rule that I gave my sister. Dress appropriately. No club outfits. No attention-grabbing looks. Just appropriate. What does she show up in? A hot pink mini dress with a plunging neckline and a thigh-high slit that had everybody whispering. While I'm in my modest graduation outfit, my sister is strutting around like it's her personal fashion show. My classmates spent more time asking about her than congratulating me. And this wasn't the first time that she's pulled this kind of stunt at somebody else's event, but it was my last straw. I finally confronted her when I got home. She said that I was being dramatic, but it really hurt, and my family graduation photo is me in my modest dress and her in a hot pink one, and now I hate that picture. Is her setting the boundary and confronting her afterwards and causing drama about it, her being an asshole?
Yes.
You think she was being the asshole?
Maybe.
Why?
Possibly.
Go ahead.
Here's the thing, right? I've seen people have kind of similar reactions when they think that other people are getting more attention than them. I feel like, I'm guessing your sister just dresses like that?
Yeah, I could
Like,
also
that's just her
imagine that.
style?
You think it's like an assholey thing to get stuck up on, that if someone doesn't dress modestly, trying to force them to dress modestly?
Yeah, I totally do.
Yeah, interesting, because I would usually agree, but I can also understand sister dynamics. You know, if one sister is used to always getting the attention for their looks, and she's kind of thinking this is her chance to have the spotlight on her for once, and she did just ask her sister to maybe like tone it down, I can get being frustrated.
Yeah, I can get it. When you say it like that, I can totally get it.
I don't know. I went to my sister's graduation recently, and I won't lie, I'm a little self-professed fashion girly. You know, you can call me a toddler because I like to throw some fits.
True, true.
That being said, I did have that moment where I went, it's not about me. And I wore quite a conservative outfit. You know, I'm just sitting in the audience.
Yeah, totally.
I think this one's really hard, and I honestly really don't have an opinion.
It's tough because I don't feel like I got enough lore.
I don't think you can compare like looks and brains. Your sibling could be super good looking and have everything out and everything on display, but if it was your graduation, the attention should have been on you anyways. You know, your family would just be like, that's just what your sibling dresses like. And all of their attention should have been on you. And anyone's attention who wasn't on you and it was on your sister instead, why do you really care? Like, why do you really care what they think?
Like, that doesn't matter. And also, I kind of find it hard to believe that cartoonishly everyone was like literally ogling at your sister. I really do. You can like see like the most attractive person walk into a room.
And it's literally
and
this.
Like,
oh, good for them.
I don't know. I don't think it's realistic that everyone, including your family and the people that should matter with and your classmates, were like the whole time like fully taking the attention off of you when you're the one up on stage graduating.
I pronounce this sibling rivalry assholery.
Sibling rivalry assholery.
Which is basically you're both kind of being a little bit of an asshole to each other, but it's not that serious.
Executed! Firing squad!
Both siblings in the chair!
Both siblings exploded!
Now this one, I have some feelings about. Am I the asshole for doing the deed to pictures of my ex-girlfriend 2 months after the breakup? Since she had broken up with me 2 months prior, I still had some explicit pictures of her, and I was feeling sad and was intoxicated, so I did what I had to do. We had been together for about 1.5 years, and I thought she might have been the one, but she broke up with me for reasons unknown. Am I the asshole? I'm just gonna say, the reasons are not unknown. You are the asshole. I don't know you more than these 4 sentences, and I can confidently say you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah, I think it might be the asshole. I
genuinely think when you guys break up, pretty much every couple should have the conversation of, okay, well, let's both get rid of the explicit pictures that we have of each other.
People should just do that.
And it doesn't even really require a conversation. You should just really know that when you're not seeing that person, they wouldn't want you to see them naked anymore.
Yeah, that's weird.
And I also think it's really crazy that he phrased it, so I did what I had to do. You did not have to do that. You did not have to do that.
You didn't have to do it. I feel like a lot of people have this idea that like grown-ups and shit even, that like if it's not hurt nobody, like actually hurt nobody, then it's fine. Like, no, it's weird.
Yeah.
You still shouldn't do it. Like, just because they don't know you're doing it
doesn't mean that you
make
should.
it okay or not weird. Yeah, weird. Asshole. Bing bong. Bonk.
Straight to horny jail. Okay, so this next one says, hi Liv, I'm wanting to work with creators in the YouTube space. So I keep spamming their business mailboxes with super low quality emails and begging them to give me a shot? You're definitely on the wrong.
Down!
What if there was a way that you could stop paying for emails that just don't work? There is! With today's sponsor, Odoo. Odoo is an all-in-one management software. It provides entrepreneurs with a range of applications to simplify and streamline the day-to-day management of their business. Their email marketing service helps anyone create professional emails in seconds and delivers them to the right audience at the perfect time. With Odoo, you can quickly and easily create professional-looking emails using simple drag-and-drop tools or ready-made templates with no prior design skills required. Their responsive design is formatted to look perfect on any device, mobile, tablet, or desktop, ensuring that your emails always look professional and actually leave a great first impression to potential clients. They can give you detailed insights on your campaign's performance, such as tracking open rates, clicks, and revenue in real time, which can further help to optimize ROI in the future. The best part is that your first Odoo app is free for life. So if you want to hear more about how Odoo can help improve your business, the link is in the description and in the comments below. Once again, thank you to Odoo for sponsoring, and now let's get back into the video. Ooh. Whoa, how are you doing that?
It's a wand now. Next one.
Am I the asshole for talking about fictional women to my girlfriend? Because I just wanted to tell her my opinion on them. But she went apeshit about it and calls me a dick for not keeping it to myself. Disclaimer. She talks about fictional men sexually and I let her, but she doesn't want to know my opinion on fictional women.
I don't think they're the asshole necessarily, because I feel like if your partner did that, then you would see that as
setting the precedent for what is
yeah.
fine. I always think about people that are into like the Marvel movies and they just want to talk about how sexy Black Widow is, or people who like watch a certain show and they're just like, I love Dean Winchester.
That character, yeah, Dean Winchester's character is so hot. If you're doing it, you're green lighting it if your partner wants to do the same thing, basically.
Yeah. I don't think you're the asshole unless there is more that's not being said. That your partner is like, oh, I find this guy in this TV show really hot. And then you go, well, I want to fuck this person and I would have them and if I could have 10 seconds with them, I'd be doing and then I would think you're the asshole.
As servants of the court, we are obligated to go off strictly what is in front of us, the evidence.
That's true. However, this is just evidence from one of the parties. You know, the other party hasn't had their chance to speak.
It's true, but the other party can't, so.
That's true. The other party does not know that this has been sent in.
Not at all. Unless they're a fan, then I have fun with that fight.
Yeah, good luck.
Assuming that you are telling the truth, then you're not the asshole.
No. But I also think that you people just need to get better at having conversations about things.
Yeah, 100%. If it's something you've never talked about before, then you can't go get mad when it first arises. You literally can't.
You can feel upset about it, but then you have the conversation and you set the boundaries. Just because you're in a relationship, it doesn't mean that you can't recognize when another person is attractive. You're just not attracted to them.
Facts. Like PewDiePie. If you're in a relationship and you're like, do I think PewDiePie's attractive? No, dude. I only got eyes for you, baby. You're full of shit.
Yeah, you're lying.
You're literally lying. You're full of shit. You're a bold-faced liar.
Death by brofist.
Just getting bro-fisted to death. All right, next one.
Am I the asshole? For context, I just got out of a 4-year relationship with a guy who was a massive red flag and was very manipulative. We broke up 3 weeks ago, and about a week ago, my best friend asked me to be his girlfriend. I said yes. But when I told some friends, they said that's a dick move and that I should have waited longer out of respect for my ex, and that I'm just using my current boyfriend as the rebound. Other friends are happy for me and glad that I was able to just move on quick. For more context, they all know how my ex-boyfriend was to me during our relationship. Am I the asshole for moving on too quick?
I think a lot of people think that like moving on doesn't start until you break up.
Yeah, and a lot of people have been mentally removed from the relationship for like a good solid amount of months. Some people even years before they're like, okay, I need to get out of this.
I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, and you're already moved on. It's just officially over. You might be fully moved on.
That being said, I do think it's rather suspicious to end up with your best friend like 2 weeks after you get out of a relationship.
Yeah. I agree. Because it sounds like, I mean, you obviously already had a thing going.
That's what I mean. It makes me question whether there was romantic intent and romantic goings on while the relationship was still going on. In which case, if that was the case, and then as soon as you broke up, your best friend was like, woohoo, finally, now we can give it a go. Then I think you're the asshole. Because even if they are manipulative, even if they are horrible, even if they did deserve to be broken up with, they still didn't deserve to be cheated on.
Agreed. Unless it's like a hookup or some shit. It'd be different if you were like, yeah, I matched with some dude on Tinder and fucking we just really liked each other and just thought we'd give it a shot. Like there would have had to have been some sort of seed planted beforehand.
So I don't know, it's kind of hard to say. Depends on if you're being honest or not. Like, I think that this relationship could be a lot better. I think he's definitely not a rebound if you've been best friends with him for, you know, a long time. But what is it, a bit of a dick move straight after you got out of a relationship? Maybe.
I don't know, this is a tough one.
It is a tough one.
I ran a lot of tough cases in this court. This is one of them.
I have a verdict. Morally gray assholery.
Morally gray assholery. The court does not have enough info to say either way.
Yes.
I know what we should do with them.
Turn them into a worm!
Would you still love them if they were a worm? Are you ready for the next one?
I'm ready.
This is also quite a long one. Last year, my great-grandmother passed away. She was in my life constantly until I moved out of the state. I was 14 years old and she gave me a school fund to help me provide for college. My uncle, who I also lived with, kept saying that I needed to go to her funeral since she helped me out so much, which I completely agreed. At the time though, I didn't know how to feel, as I've never been one to fully understand grievance with deaths. Not to mention, at the time, I was really low on money, so I didn't want to go a few days without work. I'd have to be losing 3 days of work and I didn't have any time off. Initially, I kept saying that I can't do it till he said, well, I hope you get mentally better when I'm back from it, which hurt me a lot. I didn't want to go because I couldn't afford it and I don't know how to show feelings about that kind of stuff. Eventually, it really annoyed me, and after he left to go for it, last minute I booked a flight to attend, costing me an arm and a leg and missing those work days. Even though I went to it, I saw him and other family members that I haven't seen in over a decade. He and them have changed how they act around me, nothing like how they did prior. So, am I the asshole for not wanting to go to my great-grandma's funeral?
I just heard you knew great-grandmother. No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I mean, listen, as someone who has been poor a lot longer than I haven't been, would your great-grandmother want you to potentially not be able to pay bills, not be able to pay rent, not be able to save any money?
That's true.
Because you spent what you had on a flight. You're not an asshole if you can't do it. If you're like, oh, I'm definitely not gonna be able to pay bills this month, but everyone's made me feel so bad about not going that I'm just gonna go and figure it out.
I think it's also kind of rough that you were invited to a funeral and I assume told your family I'm really struggling and me going would put me in a really hard financial position.
And they're like, pussy.
Yeah. And that no one's like, oh, well, can I give you a little thing towards it? You know, you can pay me back in
the family
time.
members split it.
You know, if they really wanted you there, that they could have tried to help before they really judged you for it.
Everyone handles grief differently. If you're not experienced with it, then like it hits extra crazy style.
I also do think though, if the finance wasn't a part of the equation and you just didn't want to go to a funeral because you're not very good at showing emotion at them, then I think that's kind of like an asshole move.
Yeah, I agree. But I also get it, like being scared to go to a funeral.
I definitely get being scared to do it.
You'll definitely regret not going a lot more. Yeah, I mean, if it really was down to like the bones of it,
the pennies of it
the
all.
clams, then like you're definitely not an asshole.
Yeah, and I I think it's like, it's weird for your family's first response to be to shame you instead of seeing if they could help to get you there. I think absolutely not an asshole if you genuinely couldn't afford it. Asshole if you know that you could have afforded it, but you just didn't really want to take the time off of work and you kind of wanted the money more than you wanted to see
Then you're
grandma.
definitely an asshole.
But assuming that
If
it
that's
really
the
would have
case-
put you on your ass,
That's the asshole.
not the asshole. This one's kind of a rough one.
Hit me with it. I'm ready for it.
My dad is immunocompromised, so my mum and I are his primary caregivers. My mum contracted COVID for the first time and decided to still take care of my dad. He died. Am I the asshole for resenting her and believing that she caused his death?
So she knew that she had COVID when she cared for him?
Yeah.
That's hard.
It is hard.
Her wanting to care for him is a sign that she really did love him and care about him.
Yeah.
But it is incredibly irresponsible.
I think it like depends on a lot. Was that at the start of the pandemic when people didn't really know what was, you know, really happening with it all?
Does she believe that COVID's just like
A
some
hoax?
gay conspiracy theory? If she just did it because she wanted to do it and she knew the potential consequences, then you're not the asshole.
Agreed.
Like, I'm not surprised you resent her for that, because that would mean she killed him. Because you can't even say like, oh, well, maybe they couldn't get anyone else to take care of him. If you know he's immunocompromised, then you know what that means.
Unless there was literally no other option. There was no one else that could have taken care of him.
That's almost never the case. Like, call a family member, get a neighbor, get f***ing, do whatever you gotta do.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say you're not the asshole.
Yeah, you're definitely not the asshole, dude.
That has definitely warranted some, you know, conflicting feelings towards your mom. Okay, it's our final case of the day.
I'm ready. Can we finally give someone the death penalty, please?
You might be able to. Am I the asshole? My husband had a drunken one-night stand with my best friend. I'm giving him another chance because we have a kid together. Plus, we've joined couples counseling. But I've cut off my friend because she kept saying shit like, now that he's had me, he won't want you. Everyone says that I gave him a chance, so I should give her one too. Am I the asshole for refusing to even consider giving her a second chance?
No.
No.
Not at all. No.
No.
And I think he's not like entitled to a second chance, but your friend just sounds like a
That
demon.
bitch.
Yeah, fuck that bitch.
A drunken one-night stand is one thing, but doing it with her best friend?
No, that is crazy.
I don't think that's redeemable.
What?
I actually hope that you kind of get rid of both of them.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be
Really
really
the
hard
easiest
to
thing
move
to
on
do.
from that. You know, moving on from your
Yeah.
partner cheating on you, really, really, really hard. Moving on from your partner cheating on you with your best friend,
Best friend?
even worse. I'm going to do something horrible to my wife, and I'm going to do it under the absolute worst circumstances as well. Were you blackout drunk and it just happened? Or did you need to
Or
get
were you-
blackout drunk for it to happen?
True. You're kind of going crazy, doing it crazy style by trying to keep this together.
Yeah. So I would say, no, you're not the asshole for cutting your friend off.
your
In fact, I'd
friend?
recommend cutting them
Death-
all off. Because they're all
Death penalty.
assholes. Sleepy Judge.
I'm so sleepy, it hurts.
I sentence you to 8 or 9 hours sleep.
I sentence you to a nighttime at Club Blanky featuring DJ Pillow. I'm gonna turn Bug into a fucking cactus. Where is she? She's right back there.
No! Well, if you like this video, feel free to like, subscribe. Let me know if you had any differing opinions down in the comments. And make sure to watch a couple more videos. You could watch this one.
You can watch this one if you want. This little video right here. It's a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.